would like to advise you that our usually friendly dinosaurs are very sensitive to modern technology. Flash photography and recordings of any kind can seriously panic them, and the consequences may be unfortunate for you. As we will be traveling back in time, we would like to advise you to turn off your mobile phones, as reception will not be available for another 165 million years. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Bones. Dinosaur bones. Turned into stone by the passage of unimaginable time. These fossils are almost all that's left behind of the most magnificent creatures ever to roam this planet. Not much, you might think, but there, you'd be wrong. And who am I to be telling you all this? I'm a paleontologist. I've spent my life scratching in the ground for what these creatures have left behind, analyzing clues frozen in time. From these fossils, there's just enough evidence for us to imagine what life was like then. It was a world ruled by giant reptiles, where mountainous herbivores fought for survival against nightmarish predators. So allow me to take you on an extraordinary adventure, and you won't even have to leave your seats. Together we'll travel back hundreds of millions of years to a time when the world was young and the predators were huge. Come with me on a journey. Come walking with dinosaurs! So just how far back have we traveled? Well, imagine a lifetime. Think back to your parents' childhood, then go back to when your grandparents were small. Now, go back more than 3 million lifetimes. There are no houses, no roads or fields, no grasses. And as for trees, it's a landscape dominated by conifers. There are plenty of ferns, but no flowers, no Rockies, no Atlantic Ocean, no ice caps, not even America as we know it. Just one single continent, Pangea. And of course there are no hairless mammals like you and me. The nearest relation to us looks more like a cross between a mongoose and a lizard, and he is not very impressive. We begin our epic journey in a period known as the Triassic. Now that's about 220 million years BCG, before computer games. It's a time of vast deserts and withering droughts. And yet life clings on. Animals have come a long way since they first crawled out of the ocean. And one thing in particular has allowed them to survive in this inhospitable world. The egg. Yeah, I know, you were expecting more. But these tiny drought survival packages are everywhere in the Triassic. Every animal that walks on these harsh Pangean plains is hatched from an egg. It's a kingdom of hatchlings. Just think of all the eggshells. But in the Triassic, something unique occurs. And from these eggs, there emerges a new type of animal. The dinosaur.
Oh, dinosaurs.
A group of reptiles destined to dominate the globe. He's a creature born into a vicious world where survival is as much about luck as skill.
Looks like something. Looks like something.
And of course, with all these babies around, for the carnivore, it's forever feeding time. Liliensternus, one of the first of the predators.
Whoa, Liliensternus. Uh-oh. Liliensternus spotted the nest. Oh my god! Liliensternus just ate one of the babies!
The story of the dinosaurs isn't always a pretty one. The Liliensternus walks on two legs like us. He's fast and agile. He's so perfectly adapted to his environment that he and his sort will dominate the landscape. Being agile may have given him the edge over other reptiles, but with design this good, dinosaurs didn't stop there.
Looks like
their lightweight
something's coming
skeletons
out.
also allowed them to expand, to evolve into titans.
Oh, whoa. Plateosaurus is coming out.
Plateosaurus, the first of the giants.
Check out that roar.
In this dry, parched landscape, life is threatened by lack of water. To conserve liquid, she doesn't sweat, or even pee.
And recording is still going.
She's a vegetarian, but she weighs 4 tons. That's 4 times the weight of a saltwater crocodile, the heaviest reptile alive in the 21st century.
Looks like Barchiosarus has realized that that baby is missing.
Looks like Liliensternus is coming back for seconds.
Liliensternus! Barchiosarus is protecting the nest.
her nest and can now go back to her search for food. With vegetation scarce, Plateosaurus is a survival machine. Her long neck allows her to graze on the ground and from above.
Wow, Liliensternus doesn't want to quit. Come on, Liliensternus. Get it! Right ahead!
It's the beginning of an arms race between herbivores and predators, and this time, the vegetarian's bulk prevails.
Oh, Plateosaurus won. Better luck next time, Liliensternus. Don't worry, you'll get your meal. Nice going, Plateosaurus. Bye-bye,
And species
Plateosaurus.
go. But dinosaurs continue to evolve. Big ones, small ones, fast ones and slow ones. Building on a great design, the world is theirs for the taking.
Wait. He's still performing.
Did you know that the ground beneath our feet is always on the move? Well, here in the Triassic, but also in the more familiar 21st century. Well, you'd think we'd be falling over all the time, wouldn't you? But it doesn't work like that. You see, the continents move slowly. At about the same speed our fingernails grow. Hold tight now. It's time to put our foot on the accelerator pedal. 50 million years in an instant. What new world will we find? The single continent of Pangaea begins to break apart.
Oh.
In the course of time, continents will dance across the globe. Australia started off on the equator, but it will drift down and collide with the Antarctic and then come bouncing right back. But for now, Pangaea, the huge single continent from that first age of the dinosaurs, has split, and it leaves a series of narrow seaways between the new land masses. Now, all this movement has an even greater legacy. Mountains are thrown up, ocean currents change. This has a dramatic effect on the weather. The level of rainfall increases and vegetation explodes across this new world. to the Jurassic Period, a glorious time for dinosaurs. Come on, let's take our first steps in this lush new terrain. What kind of creatures do you think we'll find here? Oh, now look at this, a footprint.
Low.
I love these because, believe it or not, something as delicate as a footprint can be fossilized in rock for millions of years. And why is a footprint so important to a paleontologist like me? Well, most fossils I find are from dead things, teeth and bones, left behind by corpses. Now these don't really answer questions like how did dinosaurs live or who do they live with? Their parents or with the herd. But footprints are an example of trace fossils. Now these are treasures left behind by living animals, fleeting moments of a creature's life captured in stone. Trace fossils can be teeth marks on bones, burrows, or even dung dropped on the ground. But perhaps it's the footprint that is most telling of all. Footprints from around the globe have told us so much about dinosaurs. Single tracks can reveal stride length, speed, size, and stance of the beast, while groups of tracks can suggest herd structures or movements of migration. Come on, let's be trackers. Let's do this together and see what we can find. Now this is a predator print. You can tell by the claw. And another. Incredible! Hey, now we're actually walking with dinosaurs. Oh, and these over here? These are herbivore prints. And you can see them walking side by side. But then look here, something happened. The stride length changes. And these marks here, what do they signify? Attack. They signify attack. This is the moment where the predator struck its prey. And you know, some people say science is boring. Well, it's not. It's full of exciting mysteries and discoveries. And nowhere are they more surprising than here in the Jurassic Period.
Ooh, Stegosaurus.
Meet Stegosaurus, an interesting enigma.
Light up its place.
Take a look at the plates running all the way down his back. Now what do you think they're for? Defense? I don't know, it's kind of a strange place for armor, don't you think? Control then. On a cold morning, Stegosaurus might stand in the sun and warm his plates. Then later when it gets hot, a breeze could blow through them and cool them down. Well, it's a possibility. Oh, so you want to know the answer? Yeah? Well, so do I. The fact is, no one really knows. But we're working on it. So for now, I guess they're just awesome to look at. Oh, and check out the spikes on his tail. And up to 4 feet long, they can pierce through the toughest hides.
Something else.
You would think Stegosaurus wouldn't be afraid of anything.
Oh my God, Allosaurus.
Well, no. That is until you meet Allosaurus. This guy is the lion of the Jurassic. At up to 3 tons, a massive predator. But he's as fast and agile as his little ancestor, Liliensternus. He needs to eat his own weight in food every month. Just like my mother-in-law. It looks like he's on the hunt, and in the mood for a little Stegosaurus. Now this should be interesting.
Allosaurus attacking Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus didn't light up its tree. Fight.
Stegosaurus' only hope is to hold his ground. There's no way he can ever outrun the Allosaurus. While the scent of one dinosaur can make another afraid, the smell of fire will make all dinosaurs shake and tremble.
And the fire burns. Stegosaurus is escaping. But Allosaurus is trapped.
We were lucky this time. With no one around to put them out, fires can last for years. But the rain extinguishes the flames, and like a phoenix, plants rise out of the charred landscape, fueling an even more spectacular world full of dinosaurs. Are you ready? It's time for us to be on the move again. We hurl ourselves forward toward the Late Jurassic Period, where fire is not only a force of destruction, but also regeneration.
I know, Mom. And it looks like the plants are rising up. So are all the trees.
so, I wonder if any of our friends have made it through to this period. Well, the Allosaurus has made it. And after all these generations, he's relatively unchanged.
Looks like Brachiosaurus.
And who's this? It's a Brachiosaurus who's become separated from the herd.
A baby Brachio. Look at him. He's a baby. But my recording is still going.
Believe it or not, he's just a kid. So what do you think? This adolescent, just how big do you think he's going to get? Well, evidence suggests he'll grow to be 40 feet high. That's as tall as a 3-story house. He'll stretch to 75 feet long over the length of 2 buses. And he's going to weigh over 40 tons, or more than 10 adult elephants. Well, give or take an adult elephant. From the day he breaks out of an egg, about the size of a football, he begins his lifelong obsession with eating that will allow him to gain 1 ton per year until he reaches his adult size, solely on the diet of ferns and pine. But being separated from the herd leaves a young Brachiosaurus vulnerable to attack.
Allosaurus attacking. Adult Brachiosaurus.
One advantage to being a member of a herd is that there's always someone nearby to help.
He's here to protect the baby. Come on, Brachio. next time, Allosaurus. But don't worry, you'll get your meal. They like each other. Before these Brachiosaurus get inside. Oh, there go the Brachiosauruses. Just in time.
You see why I think this is such a glorious period in our Earth's history? Our journey is far from over, and yet the age of dinosaurs has reached a peak. Life on Earth will never again be this big.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Walking with Dinosaurs will continue after an intermission. Thank you.